Good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to see a new topic, study of cells. That is in chapter 5. So, in this chapter we are going to learn about cells. Cells are the fundamental unit of life. So, just you think about your house. What it is made up of? It is made up of bricks. So, the basic unit of your house are bricks. Like that, our body also made up of small parts that is made up of cells. So let's see what's the definition of cell. Cells are the structural and functional unit of an organism. So the definition of the cell, it is the structural and functional unit of life. So cell, it provides structure to our body, and in the cell only all the functions of the body take place at the cell level. So the definition of the cell, it is the structural and functional unit of life, and it provides structure to our body, and all functions of the body take place at cell level. So when you think about the discovery of the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 when he observed cork. Cork means it is an outer covering of a tree. That is a dead cell. He observed cork in a dead plant. That is happened in 1665 by the scientist Robert Hooke. Then after later on, Leeuwen Hoek in 1674 discovered living cells in the pond water. In 1665, scientist Robert Hooke discovered the cells. When he observed the cork under the primitive microscope, he saw some box-like structures similar to honeycomb. Later, he coined the name cells. He found the structure like this, like small boxes arranged one above the other. So what is cell theory? Cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. All new cells come from pre-existing cells. So once again I am repeating, cells theory states that all living organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. All new cells come from the already existing cells, that is known as the pre-existing cells. So on the basis of number of cells, the organisms are divided into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means, uni means one. Only one cell organisms are called unicellular. It only performs all the functions of the body. So the organism, on the basis of number of cells, the organisms are divided into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means only one celled organism. It only performs all the functions of the body. So multi means what? Multi means more than one cell. So organisms which are composed of collection of cells that perform different functions in a body. That type of organisms are known as multicellular organisms. Organisms which are composed of collections of cells that perform different functions of the body. Example in the case of plants, human beings and animals. Example for unicellular organisms are amoeba and paramecium. So many other examples are there. Two examples are amoeba. It will perform all its function inside a cell, like excretion, reproduction, digestion. This cell only will perform. So that type of organisms are known as unicellular organism. Now let us see the characteristics of cells. So in our body there are different types of cells which vary in shape and size. So the cells vary in shape and size. They may have oval, spherical, rectangular, spindle, irregular shapes. The shape and the size of the cells are related to the specific functions they perform. So if you are taking muscle cells, it will be spindle shape. This shape is known as the spindle shape. In the case of blood cells, it will be round in shape. And in the case of the nerve cells, the brain cells, it will be irregular in shape. And the sperm cells, it will be little elongated with a tail. And the case of bone cells, it will be irregular. So these are the different types of cell which is seen in our body. It varies in shape and size. Most of the cells are not visible to our naked eyes. So we need to be magnify the cells. So to magnify the cells, we are using microscope. There are two types of microscopes are there. One is compound microscope and another one is electron microscope. Compound microscope is the type of microscope which we can see in our school. So we have to see the magnified size of the cell, so that we are using the microscope. Okay, as cells are very small, ordinary units are not convenient to express the size of the cell, so we are using microscope. So in this picture you can see two types of microscope. One is light microscope. Another name for light microscope is compound microscope. In this we are using light. So if light is not there, we cannot see the cells. Okay. In the electron microscope, we are using electrons to see the image. Okay. So micron is the most commonly used unit to express the size of the cell. 1 micron is equal to 1/1000 of millimeter. Electron microscope uses a beam of electron to get the image of the object. Its magnification is about 200,000 times as against the compound microscope, which magnifies objects up to 2000 times. Okay, you can see the difference. While the electron microscope 200,000 times. Okay, while in the compound microscope we can see only 2000 times. Okay, so we can see the inner parts of the cells only by using the electron microscope. So you can see, if you see this picture, you can see eyepiece, objective lenses, mechanical stage, like the three parts are there. We will observe, you can see eyepiece like little elongated. So through this eyepiece we will see the object which is placed on the mechanical stage. So a lens, an objective lens will be there, is the one which is near to the object. So through that lens we can see the magnified cells, and we can see the, in the compound microscope we can see the cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. In the electron microscope we can see more cell organelles inside the cells. Okay, so compound microscope I will show you in our biology lab afterwards. Okay.